Hey, what's up guys, Pooky here with another TF2 commentary for you guys today. As you all should know by now, Pyro has beaten Heavy in the Meet Your Match war, and will be receiving a big class update very soon, probably getting some new weapons, and hopefully big balance and bug fixes. Now the whole point of the pool kind of thing Valve did was for the class with the most votes to get the update first, and then for the losing class to get it down the road. However, they didn't specify how far down the road the losing class's update will be, so I'm making the assumption that it isn't going to be for a while. It would be really cool if Valve surprises everyone and gives us both updates at once, but since it's Valve we're talking about, I doubt that's going to happen. Now the good thing about the little war between the two classes is that it's given the community time to discuss what could be done for balance changes and new weapons for both classes, so hopefully Valve actually listens to the feedback. In most people's opinion, including my own, Pyro desperately needs changes a bit more so than Heavy. While I think Heavy really needs something new to spice up the class, he's in better shape than Pyro. Some major Pyros from the Highlander community have picked apart and explained every core change that is needed for Pyro, so I'll provide a link to their work in the description of this video if you want a full picture of everything. Disclaimer: it is super damn important that you understand that these problems are faced in Highlander, and casual pub Pyro is drastically different. On pubs where you're against disorganized teams, Pyro can flank and effectively use his primary weapon to do decent damage. However, in Highlander, you cannot do this nearly as effectively. In fact, it isn't rare for Pyros to do more damage with their secondary weapon than their primary in a whole Highlander game. Pyro's primary, try saying that 10 times fast, does very weak damage and is really only useful for cloak spies and air blasting. Just another disclaimer in case you didn't catch it when I said before, I'm talking about Highlander Pyro only. Only Pyro in a high level competitive play setting, not pub Pyro. So don't be like, oh, I play Pyro on pubs all the time and I do totally fine with the flamethrower. It's not the same thing, trust me. Pyro is not the offense class that Valve labels him as on the class menu. At most, he is a defense class, but I feel support class is the best label for him due to how he must protect the combo from the enemy team's flank, most importantly being spies, and how he must air blast back projectiles shot at his team. He's also responsible for keeping his teammates extinguished. So the Pyro can support his or her teammates pretty well, but the class has some major flaws. To sum it up for you, the flame particles are glitchy as hell. In Highlander, Afterburn is damn near useless. The Pyro's primary weapon is good for next to nothing but air blasting and killing spies in Highlander, and the class has so many bugs. Once again, I highly recommend you read the document linked in the description to be filled in on everything. In the Tough Break update, Valve did the absolute opposite of what Pyro needed. In a nutshell, they buffed Pub Pyro, which was unneeded, and nerfed Highlander Pyro. Nerfing the degreaser switch speed was not what they should have done. In order to, for example, fight heavies, you must switch between air blasting the heavy and shooting them with your secondary weapon, whether it be the shotgun or one of the flare guns. Nerfing the degreaser switch speed and slightly buffing Pyro's flamethrower damage did not help the class at all. They just took a look at weapon usage statistics, saw the degreaser was used a lot, and were like, oh, this weapon must be overpowered, when in reality, it wasn't overpowered, it was just preferred due to switch speed for Pyro being oh so important. And taking a look at weapon usage statistics, we can see that the degreaser is still used the most, despite the nerf. Switch speed for Pyro is so important. Switching from your secondary weapon with a flamethrower other than the degreaser costs you 2 potential air blasts. As mentioned before, air blasting back spam is super important for your team. By not using the degreaser in Highlander, you're actively hurting your team. So what balance changes can Valve make to make Pyro a better class? Right now, Pyro is built and balanced around pub play, and the class does not serve its full potential for comp play. I think Valve should focus on fixing the currently baseline broken flamethrower mechanics, and focus on making Pyro more of what he is in Highlander, a support class. To wrap it up in a sweet little statement, Pub Pyro right now is oh so much more powerful than Highlander Pyro due to badly designed class mechanics that need to be addressed in this next Pyro update. Valve needs to pick what they want this class to be and balance him in that regard, instead of having him halfway between support and offense that is weak as hell against coordinated teams. I don't think that they should just give the flamethrowers a damage bonus because that encourages a stupidly easy W plus M1 tactic. I think that they should design Pyro to be more of a support class. Maybe make air blasting better, make weapon switch speed faster, change the class's run speed or max health, but do not make W plus M1 Pyro better because that creates bad gameplay. If they buffed W plus M1 tactics, Pyro would be better in comp, but have an incredibly low and frustrating skill ceiling. With the right changes, Pyro can become much more fun and much more effective to play as in high-level competitive settings. That's where I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to provide your own personal opinion on this matter in the comment section below, and maybe give some ideas for new Pyro weapons. I didn't even touch on that in this video because I was too occupied with the other problems that Pyro has right now, didn't even think about new weapons. Before they go and add new weapons, they should really fix the ones that Pyro has already. But then again, it does feel like Pyro needs some new weapons. Feel free to stick around for more videos like this, and check out my other videos, such as the one explaining why the reserve shooter is currently a broken weapon. Have an awesome rest of your day, and peace out.